Hello, hello.
Hi.
So good evening. So we are actually at our end of day one final slot for the Smurf 2020 part two.
Right.
So Billie, who do you have
Yes.
actually online? Who are we actually speaking to? Do you know?
Okay. All right. We've got an amazing
And you'll
lineup.
be introducing in Cantonese, right?
Uh, Koi Day.
No,
Okay. All
no,
right.
no.
I'm not gonna start.
No, no.
Okay. All right then. We've got a really cool lineup today. We will have actually some international artists as well as local established artists. We're gonna have Santa Fung. We're gonna
Santa
have
Fung. Let's welcome Santa. Hi, Santa.
Hi Santa.
Hello.
All right. And next up we have on the list is FCP all the way from Hong Kong.
FCP. Looks like. Hey, FCP. Hello.
Right. Next on the list is we have Zeen.
Zeen and his baby, his boy. Hi.
We have his birthday debut. All right. And last but not least, we also have. Hey, we have two more actually. We
You have
have
two.
Lee. Yes,
Hello.
Lee. And
Hello.
we also
Yeah,
have one.
what happened to Hyman? So he turned invisible. Hi.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
No, we are not endorsing beer drinking.
I'll join you with my drinks. No worries. Right. So today's a really full lineup today. It's going to be totally multilingual. So you're gonna have a bit of English, a bit of Mandarin and you'll hear my sucky Cantonese. And also, so it's just again, if you are following the channel, thank you so much for following Smurf part 2 for this time round. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, you want to send some love to the artist, drop in over onto the comments, which is through Play Exhibition on Facebook and on YouTube. And again, just to remind you guys, we have a SMVFF Smurf giveaway. So make sure you listen into the questions. Yes, we will make sure the questions will be asked in English. And so make sure that you tune in, write it down, save the answers, and fill up the form so you can win an XP Pen tablet. Right, so let's get it started. Let's go.
Yep. So yeah，多謝大家抽空嚟加入我哋今日嘅呢個 session 啊。So 咁大家好嘛？
還好啦。
So 邊個去講先啊
？Alex Fang 冇
？Alex Fang 會係大概10點先 join，因為佢有啲
事。OK，明白。
好，我哋可以開始噶啦，係啊。咁今日我哋第一個 topic 係即係咁，我想問下大家，因為呢個 pandemic 即係喺大家都喺屋企啦，咁你哋有咩 project 係行緊啊？即係可以 share 嘅咧？等我 start with Santa。
我啊，近排都係做漫畫咯，啱啱做完一個外國嘅佢 Kickstarter 嘅 project 嚟嘅，都係漫畫嘅嘢咯。係 full page 嘛 ？full 咩啊 ？full page 因為
internal 係內頁啊，即係封面
啊。內頁20面咁樣咯。
OK。So I'll pause。So 都係停一下啦，我真係可能 translate 俾有啲唔識聽廣東話嘅人。So Santa is actually saying that he's actually busy with a Kickstarter crowdfunding project. He's actually doing some interior pages for a comic. So when he's ready, he'll probably share it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to share it, but the 嗰個作者講最好唔愛 share 先咯。
係已經 launch 咗個 Kickstarter 啦，真係未啊？
未啊，仲未 launch 啊。
OK。
係咯。So far 係咁咯。So 啱做完多頂，而家有啲時間就做下自己嘢咁樣。
咁你自己嘅嘢又忙啲咩？其實大家即係喺 online 嘅咧，即係阿 Lee 啊、阿海文啊、阿 Zeen 啊、FCP 啊，你有咩問可以問邊個 Center 都可以啊，可以插口啊，你唔好等係好似輪流咁俾我哋問話先得㗎，你哋都可以參與我哋嘅談我哋嘅內容嘅。
先都冇啊權。
聽唔到喎，冇聲嘅。
冇聲。
係咯，阿權開文冇，海文冇聲啊。
冇喎，冇聲啊。
冇聲，淨係睇到個嘴嘟嘟嘅，冇聲嘅。
扮嘢嘅係。真係冇聲喎。
唔緊要啊，睇下你 check 下你嗰啲 mic 啊，咁可能阿 Zeen 啊、FCP， 咁頭先阿 Santa 講緊你個 project 啊，仲有自己啲 project 有咩咧？
因為呢一年嚟都一直係剛契咁做嘢啊，有啲成咗都想做翻自己嘅以前一直 postpone 啊 delay 嘅自己嘅嗰啲漫畫 project 啦，就插翻嚟做咯。所以而家就開始就正式想呢2個月會正式再 run 翻自己一啲嘅 project 咯，即係正經啲咁樣認真啲去做翻佢啦。
好事。
係啊。
咁其實我都
順利進行咁樣咯。
咁其實我都有走去你個 website 度睇下啦。咁我睇到其實你有一個 White Crow 嘅 personal project， 你好似除咗呢隻就係嗰個 Q time 係嘛？
係啊。
呢兩隻就係你所謂嘅 personal project 係嘛？
係咯。咁Q time 就比較好似小品咁樣嘅，即係單畫爽嘅，俾自己輕鬆下嘅嘢。係咯，呢個希望都係繼續會做啦。White Crow 就其實一直都有喺度做嘅，就寫個故仔一直又唔好又改，你知好麻煩啊，有時自己打自己嘅嘴咁樣。都近排就開始就寫翻就比較 OK 啲，就因為之前就寫得太複雜咗啊，我自己又唔係一個好聰明嘅人，所以就都係唔可以寫咁複雜或者簡單啲咁樣。
淨係注重喺打鬥啊，即係
畫面嗰度，係咯，
做一個出啲。因為我都記得我第一次注意到你就應該係呢幅畫。
OK，
應該係呢幅，喺 GeekCon 啊，2016
係啦，都好耐咗咯。都係
咁真係多謝，其實喺即係 post 啊。Thank you for those guys that actually tuning in. Just check out on Facebook page. There are translation that's actually happening. Really appreciate that. I believe it's Eugene that's actually doing the translation.
Yeah, it helps me as well.
Yeah. 咁 OK， 咁你可以簡單或者用好簡單嘅字句嚟解釋，即係介紹下呢個白鴉或者 White Crow 嘅古仔係咩嘛？
其實就係想做一個復仇嘅一個古仔啦。
都好似 John Wick
類似咯，即係當時我想做嘅時候 ，John Wick 都未出嘅嘛。佢出嚟之後就死啦，好似撞故仔添，停一停咁樣。冇屌啦，都係做翻自己想要做嘅嘢啦。
所以真係有好嘅 idea， 愛快出啦，唔好難。
係咯，你睇我哋啲爛就死㗎啦，所以
係啊，唔係嘅話就係可能 Canon 可以同你買版權嚟拍戲啦。
最好係啦。咁啊，即係古仔好，而家嘅古仔係個版本係好簡單咗啦，就係一個好似復仇者嘅古仔咁樣嗰度。
咁大概你覺得呢個古仔係需要幾年啊？即係係長篇啦、短篇啦。
我係大概而家係估計係100到200面啦，所以到時做嘅時候就唔知會唔會減或者加咯，所以要睇到時嗰個情況。
聽到啦，阿 Lee 同埋阿海文、阿權。
Hello，
大家好。
聽到。
OK。大家好。
好嘅，
係啊。恭喜發財，恭喜發財，
梗係發啦！大家個個都有新 project。 咁我哋仲有輪字嚟講啦。等 SCP 咧，SCP 你都好似係做緊一個 Patreon 嘅 project 啊嘛，都係關於戰鬥之類嘅。
係啦，啲訂下張咁嘢。
可以介紹下喎，俾啲即係觀眾想了解多啲關於呢個 project。我其實呢度咧都有啲畫面嘅，等下我 share 出嚟。等下，不過你唔使怕醜啊，你可以先講啊。
咁就冇啊，好耐冇畫漫畫啦，咁之後就試下畫翻一啲相對地係一啲唔係接 job 嘅嘢啦。因為其實呢10年其實都係做公司或者翻工啦，就係接 job 嘅。同阿馮大一樣啊，我感覺就係想啲嘢，即係自己啲嘢 delay 咧，所以
明白
多少少 pick up 翻啲自己嘅嘢。
咁個古仔咧，古仔其實係來自邊個嘅？即係邊個諗到個古仔咧？係 Alex 啊，真係你，或者係一齊讀㗎？
主要係佢先嘅，即係佢由嗰陣時，因為佢幾年前係做 figure，即係做action figure 咁樣，佢已經有個basic 嘅古仔喺個底嗰度。咁之後我哋而家再finalize 佢一啲細節啊、一啲 concept 啊、一啲 design 嘅嘢，咁就變咗一個長篇嘅漫畫咁。
咁點解會愛諗做即係從 figure？點解你又會愛做漫畫？係愛即係話 enrich 嗰個呢個 figure 嘅背景啊，即係講啲古仔俾人哋有個代入啊。
一來真都係咁樣嘅，但係開頭就係做啲短篇，即係可能10幾頁好短嘅漫畫咁樣都有做過之前。咁後期即係唔知啊，其實可能佢都想做漫畫嘅，其實佢都想做漫畫嘅，咁呢段時間我就今年我想去嘗試做呢樣，因為之前大家都有多嘢忙緊，即係其實講咗好耐都係開始唔到呢件事，咁就今年去試下做呢樣嘢。不過我哋發覺其實玩 action figure 嘅人同埋睇漫畫嘅人都未必係有 overlap。係啊，
其實係有錢買漫畫就冇錢買 figure。
係咯，
除非係太有錢。咁雖然係咁講啦，但係你哋都已經開咗，即係開咗個頭啦，即係已經洗濕咗個頭啦。
係啊，
咁你而家個模式係咩啊？你即係出呢個漫畫係即係想了解多啲你個 model， 即係話你點嚟出呢個漫畫？
而家暫時喺 Patreon 就一個月大概6至8頁咁樣連載啦。每個月咁樣去做，跟住就儲到一定稿量之後，就可能就出實體書，可能大概半年或者左右啦，係咯。
咁一本書就會講完個故仔啊，或者一個 chapter，或者係會繼續咧。
其實我哋有 ending 嘅，不過暫時就未肯定嗰個位係咪 ending，或者中間會有幾長都未決定嘅，好多嘢都係啊。但係基本上後尾都係諗好晒，不過睇下有冇啲其他可發展空間咁樣。
好。咁仲有啲咩補充冇啊？
咩補充啊？
即係搬胎，其實我真係睇咗 Alex 咧，其實有俾我好多相，咁我攞啲俾大家睇下。即係呢啲已經係出咗或者 prototype。
呢個係佢最早時期嘅 figure， 即係呢個係有少少實驗性嘅。咁其實成個 Fung 嗰個系列就係由呢一個 figure 開始先。 即係嗰陣時可能都未有古仔，未有成，可能一啲好 concept 嘅嘢。呢個都好多年前，可能都有8年前。
係嘛？咁有啲新啲嘅喎。
新啲啊，
等下睇下啦。
應該有聲俾
呢個喺台灣做啊，嗰個 figure。
佢其實公司就係加州嘅，喺美國其實咁。佢之後就佢自己搬翻嚟台灣，係啊，佢自己又搬嚟台灣。咁有啲做嗰啲都係。
即係呢個角色其實都喺你嘅嗰個漫畫之中，或者已經改咗。
係啊，
都會喺入邊。
係。
但係其實已經出咗 figure。
出咗啦，呢個好耐，呢個都。
因為我自己就唔搞 figure， 所以真係對呢啲好陌生。不過係睇到好靚，好正。
我自己都唔捨得買。
自己都唔捨得買。
好貴嘅 action figure。
One question though, like, how is it like with the toy scene in Hong Kong itself? Because, like, as we know, in Malaysia, we were pretty strong, and then it died out for a while. So, and then it's only recently that, you know, you see the toy industry that's building up again. People are starting to have like producing toys and stuff. But how is it like in Hong Kong? Is it still pretty strong, or is it something that usually comes with an accompaniment with the comic itself, or you know there's a strong demand for it? Hong Kong?
要 translate 下。
所以translate下，係。咁其實 Billie 問嘅咧，即係話，其實你從你嘅了解之中，即係做 figure 嘅呢個 market 啊，會唔會係即係會多唔多人做 figure？
香港
而家你知道，
香港
係香港、台灣啦，因為你哋嘅 target audience 暫時都係嗰。
其實會出，其實都多嘅。其實之前香港反而多啲，而家就少咗。我諗係可能嗰個 market 偏向咗，尤其是 action figure 咧，好似幾難做咁樣。反而啲朗膠，即係所謂朗膠公仔咧，就都仲出得都幾多嘅。其實香港同台灣出得好多。
你講嘅啲狼膠公仔係咪嗰啲即係冇關節唔識喐？
係。
咁其實我都睇到 Atom 都有出啲啊，好似有啲係咪呢啲啊？
呢啲 Lego 仔。
呢啲細 Lego。我頭先好似有睇到。呢種係咪呢種
？Wow, that's cool.
These are the designer toy, right?
係，好勁啊！
好勁。
I tried, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so 下一個邊個咧？邊個舉手答啲答案啊？阿海文啦，阿權啊，或者阿 Zeen 啊，都未出過聲啊！你哋好似好靜。
冇啊，欣賞啲作品啊嘛。
欣賞啲作品。
驚嘈到大家咁。
冇，就係愛嘈啦嘛！你頭先冇聽到阿 Rachel 啊、阿 Trisha 同埋 Michael Chua 嘅嗰個 session 好嘈啊！你哋嘅反而我預咗你哋會好嘈，點知你哋咁文靜未飲酒係嘛？阿權都冇講話添啊！阿 Puppeteer
驚講。
講錯嘢，驚講粗口，講爆粗啊！
有成身人哋驚，我都成身
係有成身啊嚟嘅。OK， 咁我哋講下阿 Zeen 啦。咁我睇阿 Zeen 最近就即係 share 咗講，你會出一本你嘅書係嘛？
個 Zinctober 嘅咯。係一本細本嘅啫，31張畫嘅。
等下，
啲畫應該喺 Facebook 都有得睇啦。呢張係封面。
呢個即係特登再畫咗一個新嘅。
唔係，係已經畫咗嘅，喺嗰個31張入邊嘅。
哦，其中一張，不過你做
其中一張
嘅啦。
咁好似咩 size？A4
size？A4 size。原本係打算出細本啲嘅，但係好似睇細本冇咩好睇，驚嗰啲 detail 睇唔到啊，所以就 go for A4 size 咯，比較好嘅。A3 啊，屌，一本但係太大本俾人屌咗，
人哋收唔到，好難收啊，真係。
係咯，呢本唔敢出咁大本。啊？咩啊？
賣幾錢？
仲未知啊，我等嗰個 printing 嘅 cost 先。應該係
一本大本正嘅。
我未知啊，未知，等緊你點解問我？因為問阿先啊嘛，要問我咁。
我一齊出㗎嘛，你幫我出㗎嘛。
係。哇！我扮下嘢啦，我而家係主持啦，我冇錯係出啦，就係 conflict of interest。
出版
冇啦，因為如果出太大本嘅話，我驚太薄啊，因為31張畫啫嘛。所以我覺得 A4 波先係咩？係咁樣嘅咩？咁我聽你嘅咯。咁我 A3 咯。係
啊，你講你愛幾多本啦？我哋先預俾你先。特登印先嘛。
要幾多本我都送幾多本㗎啦。
係啦。
Where will this be on sale?
To be determined. We are actually waiting. I mean, what Zeen actually mentioned is that he's still waiting for the printer to actually come back. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Because I just done the layout and sent to Hancock yesterday.
Oh, so he's the printer.
Yeah. No, I'm not a printer. I have only a desktop printing, so that's the only printer I have. Well, basically, I'm actually
got a lot of fans.
Yeah, basically, Zeen actually engaged me to actually help him out to actually source for printing. So yeah, right. So on my plate right now, yes.
Okay.
You come back. So, but we are not talking about me. We are actually talking about him. So let's continue.
Okay.
咁其實你呢個主題係咩咧？即係有古仔。我睇到其實呢本書入邊，你完全冇寫嘢，淨係畫嚟嘅啫。
係啦，因為係冇故仔嘅，原本係想畫啲自己想畫啲嘢啦。因為平時做 job 啊已經畫到有啲悶咗啊，即係成日都係聽人哋話你要畫呢幫我畫呢啲，幫我畫嗰啲，所以我就諗住因為我從來都冇 complete 過呢個 Zinctober 嘛，所以我就諗住今年想完成呢個 task 啊。So 就想畫啲自己中意嘅嘢，原本係想畫啲仲點樣講咧？係
仲性感
係，但係又驚
情慾啊！唔好驚，下本啦，咩圖啱嘅？下本啦，下本
係咯，因為之前啱開始嘅時候畫1-2張係比較係我想畫嘅，但係喺 Instagram 同埋 Facebook 啊，有啲人就話。有人 complain 啦，唔係話 complain 啦，就係話畫到即係人哋話點樣講啊？
修減啊！
唔係叫我呢個係 Zinctober，叫 Zinctober。
Zinctober 好似又睇到多少。
都又驚畫到睇，係 over 就 pull back 少少。
Please translate 嚟講，太膚淺咯，佢哋笑。佢哋睇到嘅太膚淺。
畫啲嘢就唔會 post 出嚟咯，或者係打咗格仔先 post 出嚟咯。
打咩格仔啊？日本啊 ，internet 嚟啊嘛。
translate 興哥。
translate 咩嘢？So okay, so okay, let's start over again. Right? So our conversation is that I actually asked why did Zeen actually started on this Zinctober? So what he actually answered is that he never finished an Zinctober before. Therefore, he wanted to actually do something for 31 days, drawing something using ink on piece of paper. and this is the result of it. And if you actually pay attention to the Cantonese that we actually spoke about, he actually mentioned something like Zinctober. It's because when he actually posted the first few photos, someone on his social media is actually commenting that, oh, this is not Inktober, this is actually Zinctober. But so he's actually trying to actually control his outcome to make it more family friendly or censorship friendly.
Still PG rated, but yeah.
Oh, well, having a dick shape wouldn't be PG rated then.
Oh, okay. RA.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I actually talk about just now. So yeah.
Okay, go on.
其實注意到一樣嘢啦，阿 Zeen 應該唔係講廣東話啊，因為我覺得佢嘅口音係絕對唔係廣東人啊個口音。
我係因為我唔係 KL 人啊。
係啊，你係做科啊。
我係嚟到呢度先學廣東話。
咁你其實一般同佢哋飲酒啊、飲茶嗰陣係講咩咧？講華語。
我同阿權係講廣東話咯，用我僅有嘅廣東話同佢交流。
阿權呢啲真係
係我其他人就講中文啊。
哦，真係講中文。So 其實呢個 session 咧，真係睇自己啦。即係如果你覺得用中文你可以表達到仲好喎，你可以轉嘅。混啲即係我係識聽，我哋都可以 translate。Billie 就係襯托咧做花樽。Oh, what I'm saying, okay, let me translate the last part. Is that I'm saying that Billie don't understand the language, so you're just here to actually make the scene more pretty. Aside from all this art, so you're actually the one that actually make it more pretty, more appealing to the screen.
我唔識講廣東話。
我差唔多啫。
wait, okay, never mind, skip. Go on.
Good attempt though. So let's continue. So 咁除咗呢個 project， 你其實心中仲有想做緊啲咩啊？係咪籌備緊你下一隻畫集？
係下一本畫集啊！已經畫咗有2-3年咗㗎啦，但係仲未完成啦，仲未知幾時可以畫完。
即係因為頁數嘅關係出唔到畫集啊，或者係你有啲嘢未愛畫？
因為平時都比較忙啊，又啱啱有咗 BB 嘛，都又要照顧，又湊仔啦，又要做 job 啦。So 就咁樣 delay 咗咯。原本係打算今年年尾可以完成嘅，但係應該係明年啦。
明年年尾再俾多自己一年時間啊。
係啦，因為係想做到畫多過上一本畫集，上一本係 full color 嘅係差唔多30幾張嘛。我係諗住第二本就畫多啲咯，就比上一本仲 full 仲多啲 content 咁咯。
OK， 咁又係有古仔，即係又係即係你個題材都係同上一本一樣啦，或者係都
唔一樣，
同鬼怪之類。
唔係鬼怪，係下一本書嘅書名叫21啊嘛 ，so 21，先 keep it as a secret。
OK， 咁我諗
so 但係唔係鬼怪啦，係puppet 嗰個 man team 係 puppet， 唔係鬼怪。
OK， 即係傀儡。
傀儡廣東話叫咩？
係啊，傀儡叫咩啊 ？puppet。公仔啦。係咪叫傀儡啊？係咪叫傀儡啊？
唔係傀儡。
傀儡，anyway，puppet 啦。其實係仲有一樣嘢，即係 Zinctober 呢啲原畫，其實你都賣緊㗎係嘛？
係有賣緊嘅依家。
Okay, so I'll pause here and do a translation here and give a plug to Zeen as well. Zeen is actually selling his original art for all these Zinctober original art. So whoever that is actually interested, just PM him, and then you can actually start dealing from there. Yeah. 係啦，咁下咧就你好似我喺度盤問緊人咁樣輪住嚟問咧，問到你哋兩個啊，你哋兩個點解一齊啊？
我想問下 FCP， 佢係咪有分 commission 啊？
咩
嘢？
佢係咪有開 commission？
哦，係。哦，係啊，SCP 係有 commission 啊。
試下
係其實仲爭緊你嘅，係有啲 commission 已經入咗嚟啦，未交俾你。我知道你忙啊，咁做完呢隻之後，我會我哋再溝通啦。咁即係既然都提到呢個 commission 呢樣嘢啦，咁 SCP 你都已經嘗試做緊啦。咁可唔可以講下，即係你之前即係未做 commission 之類嘅，即係你做啲乜咧？即係而家你忙緊乜咧？你係用咩嚟食飯嘅咧？
冇咯，
冇食飯啦。
唔係嘅，咁之前都做緊，我做緊遊戲公司嘅10年，過去10年都做緊遊戲公司，做緊啲襟片嘅嘢啦。呢咁呢排就有少少 freelance 會接到嘅，不過都係啲 digital art 嘅嘢，其實都好少用啲真係嘅筆去畫嘢，好耐都冇試過。
我都係，唔係因為呢個 Zinctober 我都冇，都係 digital 嘅。
係啊，
但係睇唔出喎，阿 Zeen 嘅你畫嘅，即係好似冇，即係如果你唔講嘅話，我確係睇唔出喎。即係你好耐冇用支筆嚟畫嘢，
真係好耐。上一次用係就係上一本畫集咯，之後就冇咩用紙筆畫嘢咗。
你哋呢排嗰啲係用 digital 定係用紙筆畫？
係快咯，
歐拉嗰啲。
嗰啲係紙筆畫嘅。
係咯，佢就係咯。咁你
近排啦，之前就好耐冇用過紙筆畫嘅。
係啊，所以接近有時都會有啲壓力，驚唔順手，太耐冇咁樣畫過。試下。
OK 嘅，幾爽滑下
嘅。幾爽滑啊！係啦，畫得多就乜都得啦。其實你咁有天分，咁其實喺當我即係做呢個 show 之前提到 FCP 嗰個人咧，其實好多本地嘅馬來西亞人咧都其實記得你嘅，真係記得你嗰本 cat 啦。
係啊。
cat 嗰本書，
我哋細個睇佢漫畫長大㗎。
咁咪好似聽到其實唔係好老啊，
好多年前咗嗰本。
係啊
，10幾年前，16、17年，
好多年前啊。
係啊，
讀緊書㗎嗰陣時候真係。
其實嗰陣你仲係讀緊書㗎嘛？因為我哋19、20歲開始畫，20歲。
我呢啲好快絕學㗎嘛，我讀書㗎嘛，我10幾歲出嚟做嘢咯。
OK。但係嗰本書確係真係睇到你嘅天分係非常之高嘅，
好難睇喎！而家我覺得睇翻，
會嘛？我
自己覺得好難睇咯。
我當然畫家不嬲睇翻自己嘅舊作都係唔會接受嘅啦，即係因為而家你嘅層次唔同咗，咁你自己層次唔同咗，你睇到自己嘅嘢真係覺得會厭啦。不過對我哋嚟講，我覺得。睇緊，即係當你講緊個故仔咧，我唔會覺得有咩，即係唔會差。亦都其實我都講，當我睇到嗰本書，其實我唔知道係一個香港人畫嘅，我以為係一個可能住喺日本嘅一個中國人或者咩，因為我睇到個名係好 Chinese 咯。係。
我其實點樣接觸？唔係而家以前有 以前有做過劍橋嘅助理嘅。
嚇？
你幾時做啊？司徒劍橋。
係啊，我做過3個月㗎。
哦，你幫
3
司徒劍橋做過助理啊？即係幫佢做過嘢。
係啊，我幫10幾歲嗰陣時。
哦，即係入戲嘅畫室，幫佢管稿咯喎。啊，即係做戲嘅 production。嗰陣係做緊咩作品咧？
應該拳王神聲。
拳王。
應該係2000年左右啦。
啲 sci-fi 嘅。
sci-fi 超咩超人 Z 啊，真係。係嗰本啊，超唔知咩 Z 啊。
係啊。
嗰陣我係冇咩睇喎。
係啊，
即係
啱去完咗之後就入咗去。
嗰啲角色係咩啫？安打車咯，Civic 啊，亞國啊。哦，
係嘛？即係嗰本書啊？你都記得啊？
我唔知啊，
我有買㗎，記得買㗎。
哦，你都有買添啊？聽講你哋都有重新再出過，全啊！揾 ICP 簽名。
俾人講，
我執稿嘅啫，
執稿。嗰陣係畫，其實嗰陣戲嘅畫係咪好似有多少似嗰啲動畫 shell shading 咁？係咪嗰隻？
係。
就係唔係一般嗰種龍虎門嗰啲線條好幼啊嗰種。
我入去做嗰陣時已經係變翻似港漫嗰啲線條。
嗯。
已經唔係彩稿嗰種畫。係。
OK， 咁我哋又多了解咗阿 SCP 啦。
係啊。
咁海文同埋阿 Puppeteer 啊，咁你哋又望緊啲咩 project 啊？有咩嘢可以同我哋講下、分享下咧？點解阿海文走咗啊？
隱形咗嘅。
隱形咗，離開咗。聽唔到聲啊！真係聽到。
係冇嘢。
拉閒喎，咁兩條友喺度飲酒啊！
嚇？
兩條友喺度㗎，嚟酒飲啊！
冇啊，冇咩 plan 喎，揾食嘅啫。
咁上一輪你又有出現過喺我哋嘅 Sfapz 啦，咁嗰陣你俾我哋睇嗰個 Rogue 啊 Emma Frost 嗰啲畫完未啊？嗰幅大幅嘅4大美女。
未啊！
未啊！
未發現啊！
真係好慢喎，你真係。
正常啦，正常速度啊佢。
正常速度。
因為你有扣嗰個人接扣啊嘛，所以嗰啲就放
喺度掟一邊啦。個 commission 接咗就唔使睬住先。
所以唔敢接咯，我就要停先，等清晒一幫我就再繼續。係真係我唔知拖到，我都唔知邊個有，我即係有響我嘅 list， 我都唔記得。
list 都唔見到啊 ，so 可能你同我係同人大家講下邊個同你我排隊嗰啲重新排過。
係咯，
係咯，
你話真係冇咩特別咯，冇信啦冇 live 喎，
冇 live。
仲有咩？仲有咩人？
我唔知啊，仲有咩講啊？你哋都其實大家都見過面㗎啦，係嘛？咁可以唔可以講下其實你哋點識得大家嘅咧？阿 Sanda、阿 Lee 啊、阿 Zeen 我知道係同樣 studio 或者係近 studio 係玩，但 SCP 咧 online
唔識㗎，
唔係喺香港見面嘅第一次。
我識咗佢20幾年嘅 FCP。
係我識咗啲10幾年啦，有幾年。
識咗
其實一齊
20幾年啦，
係一齊做嘅。
係啊，有個應該係20年喎。
啲嘢 group 嗰度識嘅。
係啊，響 台灣嘅華語網識。
係啊，係咪
有時我一睇我就知啊，廿年咯，我覺得20年咯。
哇！真係
係黐線啊！
咁長嘅友誼都未反面咯，咁應該 OK。
我都冇交。因為嗰個站之後咗，我哋就冇交流咗，因為嗰個站接咗之後，點解冇交流？咩站？台灣嘅站
係
嗰站啊！我第一次見佢係前幾年去香港。
前幾年啊，呢有
你哋都其實有一齊做過 project 係嘛？阿 Puppeteer 同埋 SCP
冇啊，神魔自拍嗰啲係咪神魔自拍？
我都有份啊。
係咪？
我哋
唔係神魔唔係神魔，
大家都係
個咩？
case 啊
case 講到 case，
時空之門，
我都有份啊。
個 game 叫咩話？個 game Chronos 咩啊？
個 case
Kid 啊？
收咗我好似
Tower 門，有先
講多啲
係啊，時空之門啊，
係
OK
時空之門啊，
應該係啦。如果冇記錯，
係啊，閂咗門。
打到
係咯，我嗰度咁上下
咁海文咧，海文都係做緊幫人打工，都冇換工啊，即係做打工皇帝啊。點解唔做 freelance？係咩嘢？
有得打埋打啊，做咩？
皇帝啊，做皇帝。
係咯，咪咯，打工皇帝咯，真係有工就做。
咁我都有接嘅，
咁你一般接嘅係咩咧？其實你個 project 會係點嘅 project 啊？即係對好多喺呢度觀眾入邊咧，當係聽到話講接 project，咁可能係 private commission 啦，或者係你叫佢做啲 design 嘅嘢，或者啲畫一幅 digital 嘅畫俾佢。但係佢除咗咁嘅嘢之外，仲有即係身為一個好似你哋咁嘅畫家，仲有咩 project 嘅咧？即係點做嘅咧？
概念咯 ，concept 咯 ，concept art 咯。
咁 concept 係即係你交嘅貨係咩咧？係一幅畫或者係點嘅嘢？
通常都係 sketch 嘅，因為佢哋主要嘅都係 idea 嘛。所以你 sketch 得到個 idea 出嚟裝修服。
咁個 idea 即係基本上係個公司或者啲人幫你賣個 idea，即係諗唔到嘅 design 係點嘅，咁係從你呢度叫你 design 咗，都係做一個藍本嚟再畫靚啲啊，係咪咁嘅意思啊？
係啊，啲聽就係咁講啊，冇錯。
慶哥佢都捱到最尾啊，冇嘢講嘅班友。
係咯，個個都咁靜嘅，我真係好，以為
我哋以為你會有問題啊嘛。
係啊，
冇我哋就傾偈喎。
係咯，你哋可以開始傾偈啊。咁我真係做啲翻譯先啦，真係頭先我
幾時飲酒啊？
佢嗰個板啊，嗰個 electric 冇幫你買住我。
遲啲先啦，我依家又出唔到去。
佢嗰度比較嚴重，出唔到去。
都係買我踩啊，我仔踩咗。
係啦，冇啦，睇下回翻水俾你就算數啊。
我收到錢
啊，遲啲先啦，遲啲先啦。我想踩嘅，但係而家出唔到去啊嘛。
係啦，即係唔係啦，我冇買啊嗰隻，因為唔好嘅嗰隻，我嗰隻。
哦，壞咗，之前仲未整好咩個輪？ 正路。
衣花生日費啊嗰啲，因為佢都係唔係咁 high end 啊，我覺得買啲 high end。
我覺得遲啲啦，應該要出啲比較好啲。
傾偈嚟咁嘅咯。
Maybe you can actually ask your question in English so that they can actually answer them.
All right. One of the things that I have to say is thank you to the fans, because it seems like all the fans are translating for me.
So this is actually a reward show.
WhatsApp messages saying like, okay, he said, Kamyat means today. Okay, all right. You know his number is Yat Yi, right? Yes, 21. Okay. So I have to say thank you to the fans for all of you who have been translating. But I do have like certain questions. I think one of the questions over was basically that over to Santa Fung, where I know that you did a collaboration once with us for Asterisk Academy, and you did this really cool hoodie design, and it was sold out pretty quick for the one where you did.
Is it?
Yeah, so it was pretty popular. So one of the things that I want to ask you basically is what is probably your favorite manga? Because there's a lot of times when, you know, when we see your work, it's very much more, it has a very old school vibe to it, and that the designs for it as well. It's unique in your sense. So if there was a manga that you're like probably like inspired by or something for your work?
Yes, yeah. This one. Favorite manga.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So there you go. Right. We also have a question. So I think we need translators back on this one because it's for SCP. Since you have been drawing digitally, are you looking forward to doing commissions traditionally? So
即係頭先我哋都提到嗰個，即係嗰個 topic 啦，即係你已經係用電子畫咗咁耐啦，而家又用翻手繪嘅話，會唔會有多少適應期啊，或者個適應過渡期咁啊？
一定有嘅。
咁會唔會係而家已經開始練習下先咧？
我練緊少少啊，不過所以我唔敢畫 A3 住。
我真係都唔敢畫太大裝。
A2 啦。
係咯，所以試下 A4。
So, Chin Che, the reply from SCP is that yes, there is a need for adjustment, but he is actually doing some practice right now, and he's actually looking forward to actually do more of a traditional drawing. And he will start with A4. When he's actually ready, he'll start accepting A3, A2, A1, A0. 係啊，咁其實阿 Eugene 又問一個問題，咁加 colour 你會唔會有咁嘅 option 啊？即係話我彩色，其實你會唔會咧？
上色好啊
？commission 係啊，FCP 即係關於 commission。
單色嘅嘢我可以試下。
我哋單色係點嘅意思咧？即係淨係用一個顏色。
一個係咯，我自己用可能一兩顏色，跟住黑白咁樣俾人試下。
咁好似嘅頭髮係紅色啊，即係黑白
啊，或者有啲係咯，有啲 graphic 啊，可以試下。因為我連工具都冇。
咁係，係時候去買咯。Okay. Yes, Billie, you got your question answered, or you're still having fun?
I'm having fun.
Or you are actually overloaded with Cantonese, therefore you.
Yeah. because I just started learning Cantonese for 4 lessons.
So
So yeah,
you
I'm
just
actually
learn to
learning.
swim and I throw you to the Pacific Ocean, right?
Yes, you just threw me really deep end because like the as far as I can go is like
Yeah, I
I
hope that you
want.
actually survive.
Yes, like my only goal during my Cantonese lesson is that so that I can go to a hawker stall and say like
Order.
俾我一杯奶茶 or something. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. And then yeah. So, but I'm actually having fun listening because like the thing is that I can understand what some of you guys are talking about, but to answer, I'm like ngon sikong. So
But to be able to actually listen in is already very good, right? I mean,
right.
to be honest, I have no expectation for you to actually able to actually ask questions.
Okay, but also I mean like thank you so much also to the translators that's been helping out for our non-Cantonese speaking fans. um I can't believe they actually translated me trying to order bubble tea. It's yeah, so yeah. So yeah, just for a quick reminder to all our fans that's tuning in, we have fans over we have Fung, we have Lee Puppeteer, we have Hoymun, we have Zeen, and we have SCP tonight. So make sure that for those of you that's tuning in and understand Cantonese, try and pick up the question of the day, or maybe that might be in there. And then remember that we do have a giveaway for an XP Pen tablet. So
And
do
yeah,
your
one
best.
of the questions will actually appear here. So
Right.
I'm not saying it will be who, but definitely just stay tuned. So people that
Definitely
actually
not
gave
from
out
me.
on Cantonese, I'm sorry.
Yes.
But
But
we try to actually try to translate some of this key information so that
right.
you guys can actually have the right information.
Yeah, because as it seems like our translator from Singapore is already like, I cannot pick this up. So yeah. Okay, but anyway,
Overloaded.
overloaded. So we have a question though. Is that going to be a karaoke on this session?
No,
So
I'm skipping that. Yeah, let's move on. No
okay.
karaoke this round.
All right. Well, we were hoping for Puppeteer or Santa Fung to sing though.
No, that's for only for Kel only.
Yeah, that is actually reserved for our friend from Miri.
Actually,
Right.
Zeen is a very good singer. Yeah. Zeen is
I'm
a very
sorry?
good singer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zeen is a
I
very
will
good
need
singer.
to count.
He's the best singer in here.
oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. So
But
next
my
round,
son,
next round.
We go karaoke
my
together.
son already sleep.
Baby shark, baby shark. Oh, your son is sleeping in the same room? So is
No,
that
no,
too
no,
noisy?
in another room.
Okay.
Not room.
All right. I have a question for the artist though. I mean, like, one of the main questions is that there is a lot of manga artists. There's a lot of young manga artists out there, but a lot of the time is that they get really stressed out and say that, hey, there's no future in manga. And that a lot of the times, like when you see comics, oh, comics is dying. So what is, the best advice? I mean, for all of you here that does a lot of manga illustrations or manga inspired work, what is what advice would you give out to the younger artists there? Because a lot of times they say, oh, I'll just do web comics. I don't want to do comics anymore. So what advice would you give to young artists who actually want to get into the comics industry?
Just do it. Don't talk too much. Don't talk too much. Do first. Draw first.
I think this is exactly like what Ernest from COVID, well, he said like, don't ask so much question, just do first lah. Just do first, try later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a common response from a lot of our attendees regarding on this is really that yes, you can actually do first. You can actually
Right.
draw. If you have the intention to actually publish your thing, just get it out there. But fundamentally, you have to be strong. You have
Right.
to actually be technically ready, else you're just not going anywhere. I'm sure that people will be saying that, oh, I've been trying this for so long, but how come I'm not getting the right response that I have? Maybe
Right.
just because that the fundamental, you do not grasp the technicality of doing manga or doing comics. But I do agree that this is a new world.
Right.
And to be honest, comics is actually something turning into more like a collectibles. So not a lot of people really need comics as a reading medium, because people will say that, oh, I can read online. Why don't you just put it online? I can read it. And we have things like webtoons or whatnot that if you actually gain enough of popularity, and if your things is good, I'm sure that you actually can gain some money from it, right? It goes back to the fundamental objective of why do you want to publish comic? Is for your own vanity sake, or you want to actually make a name out there, right?
All right, awesome. Thank you, Datuk Lee. He has represented everyone here.
I don't know. Because they are so quiet, I actually think of something to say, right?
Right. Well, it's Saturday night, and I'm pretty sure that everyone's having a nice chill, having a nice drink.
So who has something work in progress on their desk that you want to actually show us? Like, do you have anything on your desk right now that you can actually just take out and show? Yeah, Puppeteer, show some of your oil painting in progress.
What? Show what?
We are asking 有嘢睇冇啊？有咩畫可以睇我啊？睇得嘅，全部都唔睇得。睇得，唔睇得係慘啊！
I need beer.
佢講啊。
哦，戲攞啦。OK， 咁我哋等緊戲攞之前咧，咁未必睇下Santa。Sketch 啊，又或者係 White Crow 最新嘅。
冇啦，我 show 一啲近排啱啱做完嘅 project， 係日本嘅嗰個Sapporo酒啊，所以佢哋係用漫畫嘅方式嚟做。
Oh, so cool! It's an animated comic.
Yes, but it's animated by the company there. It's not me.
Right.
I just done the artwork.
That's so cool. How long did you work on this project?
About 1 month. Yeah, 1 month.
Wow.
Actually, more importantly, how did you actually get this project?
Yeah.
I also don't know. Suddenly, some agency find me and then ask me 有冇興趣做咁樣咯。
咁其實你都冇問下佢哋係點揾到你？
佢就問我，即係佢喺Art Station 睇到我搞嘅 ，so then 就問我有冇興趣做，then 佢就好簡單講，佢係要做Sapporo啤酒同埋要我嘅 style， 咁我就咁就好簡單咁就 OK 咯。so 呢個係近排我做到比較開心嘅 project 啦。
Script 是他給你的啦 ，Script 是已經給你了 ，Script 已經給你了，還是
他給我的 ，Script 他給我的。so 呢樣係近排我做到最開心嘅 project 啦，即係佢係好自由咁樣俾，即係要我嘅 style ，so 佢又冇限制，又冇咩改咁樣，都幾開心咯，做到呢個。
Okay, so just a quick translation. So what Santa has actually just shared is actually one of his projects that he's recently completed. Is actually using the manga style to actually do a beer company commercial. Right. And he was actually saying that when I actually asked how do you actually get onto the project, he mentioned that it's because that someone actually noticed his artwork on ArtStation. And and he went from there. And Santa actually mentioned that this is one of his happier projects. He really enjoyed doing it because it actually allows a lot of freedom for him to actually work on that.
Where can we see it though? Is it like online or is it just on TV or something?
I think it's online. You can see it. So
awesome.
I lost the link. Sorry.
You don't care. Once you don't care anymore.
All right. One of the interesting questions is that does Santa get free beer?
No.
You get money to buy beer.
I have to buy by myself.
Okay. All right. And I believe Puppeteer has something to show us.
Oh, let's do it.
Dun, da, da, drum roll.
Yeah.
Whoa, check that out.
That's Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. Oh, okay.
Oh, 三大
Is it a
天王
commission?
Actually, this is a future state cover. The one connecting cover for future state.
So you have another. You have 3 more connecting covers coming up.
Yeah. So I done one piece of. I thought it's convenient, but end up reject.
You got reject.
Why?
Yeah, because when crop to separate cover, the background is too blank. So
Okay.
I need to add something. So I add digitally, and so the cover may not same as my original.
Okay.
佢哋
Looks
嗰度
like everyone is actually learning, right? So because of Billie around, even Puppeteer is actually conversing in English now.
Yay!
Automatic,
Auto
this is
translate.
Drum roll.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. So cool.
Yeah, this is all.
This is Spawn. Oh.
都係
Yeah.
正。
So why are you suddenly drawing Spawn?
Suddenly.
Because the father be the draw.
The father of Spawn asked you to draw. Is that right? You
Yeah,
gone quiet.
so, very good. 好機會咯，呢個食住張呢
食住張。
好啦，係咯，開心有呢個。
What is 食之香?
Eat
So he's saying that the opportunity arises when the creator of Spawn approaches him to actually do a cover. So he's gladly accepting it. Do you know who's the creator? I mean, just a test to Billie. Just testing you.
I know Spawn, but I don't know the creator.
Okay. He's a great businessman. Oh, someone actually shared. I believe it will be Santa's. Is that?
咁
Yeah.
犀利。
係啊. So there's actually a link that you can actually take a look at Santa's advertisement.
Okay, so the translator has started fanboying already.
The origin. So no comment on that. Is not a no, but it's also not a yes. So just stay tuned.
Right, so next question up, Hancock. I think that so far that we've been talking a lot about projects. We've been talking a lot about, what's coming up for them and also, personal things. So maybe among some of the questions is that we can probably ask that is basically for fans, is there going to be like any future collaborations, like probably with other artists besides book publications? Like, I know that the whole pandemic thing has just totally put a pause on this, but I'm pretty sure that all the artists here are staying positive about what's coming up. So are we looking forward to any like future collaborations with other artists, or is there any plans on besides this year's books, like what's going to happen for 2021 itself for all artists?
即係你哋5個人啦喺入邊，咁其實你哋有咩 project 係有諗過一齊搞啊？即係
係冇嘅。
係冇啊！好快答冇啊！Billie spent so much time to actually form her question, and it's a simple answer no.
Oh.
So far no 啦。
之前就話嗰個 after 嗰本 Milky 就應該唔會再出 compilation 咗嘛？
係點解咧？係覺得太麻煩，或者係just 反應
有人太麻煩，
邊個麻煩？
啲人攞去嗰個人好麻煩，畫嗰啲
係咪你俾麻煩啊 Puppeteer？
絕對唔係啊！
我之前唔知點解仲咪話呢本之後就冇咗，
就好似係三 band 之前嘅最尾一個一齊做嘅作品咯。
我哋以為咁樣講會賣得好啲嘛，點知冇賣得點？
仲未賣晒啊！
仲係有停過。
賣晒仆街。
By the way, what they were actually talking about, I mean, for the audience is that they did an art book sometime before. Was it called Milky Overload? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Milky Overload.
Yeah.
That art book was actually launched in 2017, I believe, right, during CF. And according to them, they still have remaining inventory. So whoever that yet to actually get a copy, better get it now before it's actually sold out. Because once it's actually sold out, it's no more. What's the remaining inventory right now? It's like less than 30.
We still got a lot of stock. Don't worry.
Why are you
We're trying to make it exclusive.
You guys should actually learn economics. You actually should lower the inventory so that you can increase the demand. Now you're actually telling a lot of stock, so you have to sell cheaply.
No, we still have 50 left.
50 is actually not a lot.
The power of marketing there.
Yeah. Oh, well, cool. That's all I can do, right? I can't draw, but at least I can actually help them to actually move some books if I can.
Right, is there like links that probably we can share on where they can get this stuff, where they can order the books, or is it like a just private DM over?
Because 我唔知個 stock 喺邊度，書喺邊度而家？
而家係
開蚊嗰度，
開蚊嗰度。
喺我呢度，喺我呢度。
所以其實so whoever that actually wants a copy, you can actually approach Harman.
Okay.
Or he did actually verbally. Oh, can through Hoingkok as well. Yes. If I can actually get to actually meet him, so probably I'll actually pick up the stock and maybe I'll just put it up on Shopee.
Okay.
So for Malaysian or Singaporean to actually get it if you guys are interested.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, the cat wants to actually join the conversation because none of you want to talk anymore. But I think in our previous session, right, there is one question that seems to be actually interesting. Someone actually asked, have you actually regretted starting this being an artist career? 即係你哋會唔會後悔講開始咗呢個所謂畫家嘅呢個工作咧？有冇人會覺得係有後悔？
我覺得後悔。
笑到好尷尬咁啊！其實係冇啦，就係
冇得揀啊！呢啲唔係話
冇得揀，
冇得揀啊！
識做連
洗濕咗個頭，
淨係識畫嘅，其他都唔識做。
係識畫公仔，
係咯，
係啊。
畫公仔係個個人細個嗰陣都係畫咁。
係啊，因為冇讀書啊嘛。
係啊。
其實呢個問題都係，其實我自己都想問下啦。咁其實，你哋身為畫家，你哋即係小學嗰陣嘅讀書嘅學業，即係你知道啦，喺馬來西亞或者係喺亞洲好多時候，學業都係父母好注重嘅嘢嚟啊嘛。咁喺你哋，其實你哋嘅學業係 OK 啊嘛，或者係你哋啲大多數時間都係花喺畫嘢。我睇到 FCP 搖頭啊。
學業好差，非常
之差。OK 差咯，真係。
OK 差。
好扮得讀書喎，
中意讀書啊！
啊，
讀書好啊！
阿權好扮得讀書。
一表人才啊！睇佢
如果唔
有啲
做畫家就做醫生係嘛？
但係考分啫嘛，好中意讀書嘅。
咩嘢？聽唔到，大聲啲。
考啊，即係考差啫，但係我中意讀書嘅。
哦，你有讀書，淨係考成績差啫。
係咯，
至少有努力啊。
冇天分啊。
冇天分，嗰啲天分喺大度。So what I've actually asked around, I mean for the artists, our artist guests is that how's their academic? Considering that most of the time people will, I mean, our Asian parents will actually ask us to actually focus on our academics, right? You need to actually score A for mathematics, or you should score A for your Bahasa Malaysia, but you never need Bahasa Malaysia to order your, I mean, A 100% score to order a nasi lemak. So I'm actually asking them, since that you actually started on this artist career, right? How was your academics results?
Right.
So most of their response is that they don't focus too much on that because they just want to do what they like to do. And Puppeteer just said that yes, I do study. It's just that my result is actually bad.
我唔信咯。
你唔信你有讀書？
我普普通通啦，
普普通通 ，OK 啦。
普通啦。
Right. Any other questions from? Do we have any questions from the fans itself, or are they all still busy translating?
No, I don't think there's well, someone actually mentioned that they are interested with the Milky Overload. So we can talk this offline when things are ready. I don't have the books right now, so unless that Hoiman wants to actually send to you, else you just have to wait for a while.
Oh, we have a Samuel.
Yeah.
Right. So do they have like any social media which that fans can reach out to see their current works? Maybe we can share it over on comments. Like, where are they easy to be reached?
This will be very hard.
Art Station 咯，都係 Art Station。
Art Station 啊。Okay.
Okay, there's a question here.
Right.
There's a question here. I mean, I think Zeen has kids right now, and I think Santa Fung has kids. So would they encourage their kids to actually get into the same line?
They can have kids in the future too, Hancock.
Of course. I mean,
so
there's immediate questions and also the thing that they need to actually think about their future later. But this is actually a question for everyone anyway. Yeah. If you have kids, or some of you already have kids, would you actually encourage them to actually go onto this same path?
俾佢自己揀咯。
睇佢自己興趣咯，
睇佢興趣係咩啊？
唯有係咁嘅咯。好，
咁其實你哋係一新一代嘅亞洲父母啦，即係唔會係咁逼佢哋一定要做工程師啊、醫生啊，
絕對唔會。
做畫家唔錯啊！咁我睇到呢度都有好多畫家好有錢啦，即係睇呢個 screen。So I mean, just to actually translate it to David Sundra, what they were saying is, I think Hoiman and Puppeteer haven't said anything yet, but according to Santa and Zeen, they are saying that they'll just leave it to their kids to decide what will be their career pathway.
Oh wow,
be.
That's awesome. I mean, a lot of the times, like if you are already an artist and then they say like, "Oh, mom, I want to be an artist," like no.
I mean, the typical answer is that, do you think that you can eat with your art?
Yes. So. And the funny thing is that a lot of artists actually say this, like, "Mommy, I want to be an artist like you," and they just no.
So there's another question also. There's another question from Xing Yan. Private commission sometimes may be too expensive and out of reach for many fans. And are there plans by fellow artists, any of you, to offer limited number prints? Example, Hoiman for sideshow, something like that.
Meaning you're looking for sideshow prints or commissions?
Or maybe things that you've already done, but you make it into limited quantity of prints on the high grade so that some of your fans can actually get it.
I've not been making any prints recently. Not much recently. I've just been working a lot.
No personal
hopefully
project.
one day.
Hopefully one day. When?
Is there a timeline? 2020, 2030, 2040?
One day.
One day.
One day, don't give up.
So what he's saying is that slow wait lah.
Slow.
Right.
How about others like Santa or maybe even Puppeteer, right? So have you considered doing some prints?
Yeah.
I think
Yes. But I don't know.
Yes. Okay, we can talk.
因為有辦
包裝啊，
嗰運費好麻煩啊，好貴啊。
係一個其中一個問題啊，運費好貴。
係整個 print 即係 print 攞入嚟，咁你哋係打算係喺外國印咗攞翻入嚟係嘛？
唔係寄出去啊？
我寄出去
因為我哋本地寄出去外國貴啲咧，即係有問過，租就比較難。
係咪近排比較貴，仲貴啲啊？因為疫情嘅關係，好似近排有 extra charge。你寄一幅幾多錢啊？寄出去？
我寄 A3 嘅超過 A3 啦，因為嗰個版都大過 A3 嘅，我係版都寄好似嗰啲 FedEx 嘅都係百幾蚊，
幾錢咧？咁平咩？我琴晚寄一張600幾喎。
嚇？
寄咩啊？
我係寄 DHL。
我知係乜嘢嘅？
都係 A3 size 嘅畫咯。一張畫咯，然之後都係用。
咁貴嘅？
你
係咯。
咩國家？
包好大係咪？定係點啊？佢超過一個 size 喎。
係大過 A3 啊，係大過，唔會好重啊，below 1.5 kg 咯。
哇，600幾貴喎，喂大佬，冇可能。
係喎，好貴喎。咩國家？
我寄
美國。
我寄個大咯，係咯。
係咯，我哋寄美國都冇咁貴啊，都係200啊。
你一般200幾都已經係
咯
上下啦，即係我見過啲 A2 嘅嗰啲。都冇去到
什麼嘢貴啲？
So I think the discussion here, I mean to intersect a little bit is that yes, they are interested to actually make some fine premium print. However, the consideration is also that shipping out of Malaysia could be expensive. And Zeen just mentioned that he sent something out A3 size with packaging it costs about 600 ringgit. So they are actually talking about the
how they got
the cost. Yeah.
It's
so
a comment
let's
that says they use SF Express. So yeah.
Let's take another question.
Right.
Question to Hoiman. How did Sideshow approach you for the Daredevil print? Do you remember?
I think they just emailed me, like I think the chief editor or art director, I think. Can't remember his name right now, David something. He just emailed me and asked me if I want to do prints for Sideshow. So I did, and that was it. But they wanted to do a Daredevil because at the time they were launching a Daredevil statue as well. So that was in with that. So they wanted me to just come up with a print to go along with the statue. Yeah, so that was it.
And that was a commission, right? Meaning that you have not done it yet, and Sideshow actually reached out to you because he saw some of your work. Is that right?
I think he saw some of my personal works because I've not been doing fan art or comic art related stuff. But, it's all my personal work.
Okay. So well, there's a comment saying that there's some conversation at the comment session regarding on Zeen shipping out his stuff. So that's why David was saying that's why they need agents because they have no interest to actually take care of all these commercial side of things or business.
So Hancock, this is an opportunity for you since
I'm not actually soliciting anything right now. This is actually for the
So another question is they ask, I think it's for Heumann, where basically is the art direction yours fully?
I think there was a bit of back and forth. I suggested a few rough compositions, and then they just chose one of them, and then we proceeded from there. But in general, it was pretty open-ended. They let me do what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Feedback as well.
Okay. Nice do you own the statue as well?
No.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Liu Yongji. Hancock, are you still there? We need your Cantonese.
Oh my apology. I just muted myself and I didn't know.
All right. So keep on asking questions. I mean, if you guys are interested in knowing like their work techniques, processes, how do you get approached out by big names and big shots, feel free to drop in the comments. And as usual, remember to listen out to the questions out that's being asked out for the Smurf giveaway. So yeah, and let's go on. I think we've still got quite some time, Hancock.
Well, we are not actually hitting anything. I mean, I think we can actually go back to SCP. SCP has been quiet for a while. So SCP 頭先我哋啱啱開始呢個 show 嗰陣咧，你有提到講你啱啱做完咗啲即係管完啲稿啦。咁其實有冇啲嘢可以睇下？好。So SCP is actually offering to actually show us some of his progress, work in progress of his comics. So
that's so cool.
Oh, Alan Kwan just joined. Hi, Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
So just joined to say hi. So yeah, he messaged me why did I actually have Billie into a Cantonese session?
I think you're not the only one getting like I got a few questions so like why the hell did you agree to do this? I was like, I'm having fun, so it's fine.
Okay, good. Then I'm not I shouldn't be blamed at all.
So don't blame Hancock, it's fine. I'm practicing my Cantonese understanding.
See, I'm actually giving her extensive express training on Cantonese. I think by tomorrow she'll be actually able to converse very fluently.
I'll go for auditions for TVB soon. All right, let's have a look. Ooh.
做緊。
其實 silent comic 或者係會有word balloon 嘅。誒，大家睇到
喺咪度？睇到。
睇到。
應該睇到。
睇到。
係啦。咁就
其實可唔可以簡單講一講呢個古仔係講啲乜嘅咧？
呢個古仔係講40年後關於美國嘅來自，咁來自然後又來自於加州咁樣。 因為即係點解會 set 做加州咧？一來阿 Alex 咧，佢本身係加州人，所以佢寫古仔嘅時候咧，會揀翻一個比較熟悉嘅地方。
啲熟悉嘅地方
係啊，即係佢加州人，所以就可以用翻加州呢個地方。咁入邊有少少參考咗南北韓嗰個情況嘅，即係我係寫因為一啲戰爭，就國家就分裂咗南同埋北邊。咁有少少講一啲嘅命題係講咩叫做正義嘅，即係為咗啲乜嘢去戰鬥先至係所謂嘅正義。呢啲咁嘅探討呢啲咁嘅嘢咧，或者唔叫探討嘅，喺度講呢啲。
So let's do a translation. 即係 FCB 咁呢個漫畫會係喺英文定係中文啊？
暫時英文嘅。
會係英文嘅。So a quick translation for those that for those that that is actually interested in SCP latest comic, right? So this is actually an English comic, and a quick summary is that it's actually about a future civil war at America, and it actually takes place at California. And basically, the story is that they had a civil war within America, and at California, they basically got split into the north zone as well as the south zone, just referring a little bit to what is actually happening right now to the North Korea and South Korea. And yes, so it is in English. So if you guys are actually interested with this particular comic, just make sure that you guys go to their Patreon, support them, and and by 6 months later, you'll probably get the first volume out.
Awesome. So this is like fully done on his own, or does he like collaborate with a writer or other artists on this one?
I do believe that the story comes from Alex Fang.
Okay.
Yeah. And in fact, Alex just joined.
Yay.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Alex.
Guys, hold on. Let me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome tonight. We will just so happen that we are actually talking about the Boom Comics.
And
I understand that you have a cold right now, so you're not feeling too well.
Yeah, my voice gone. Yeah.
Oh, there's no location.
I just had some medicine.
All right.
So
Hopefully
I might not fall asleep within an hour.
But I believe that maybe we are actually, probably we just find a little bit more topics to actually talk about, and if there isn't any, we'll probably just end the sessions slightly sooner, right?
Okay.
Yeah. There's a question to SCP. So what software do you use for your comic?
Photoshop 同埋 Clip Studio。
再講一次。
Photoshop。
Photoshop.
And
so he's actually using Photoshop and
Clip Studio.
Studio, yeah, for his comic. So back to as I was actually introducing that particular comic. So the story is actually written by I believe Alex Fang with some input from SCP, with comics done by SCP. 係嘛？啱冇啊？我嘅了解係咪啱
？Yeah. I will start with a rough story, like I'll be the original. I'll do the writings and I'll come up some rough sketches.
Okay.
I can show you guys some examples.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah. If you have your sample, we can actually show you.
Yeah, I think I send them to.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, just
let me just share it right now.
okay. Thank you.
The boom concept, right?
Yeah.
Is it under the kit concept?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As you can see, if you click the first image, yeah, that's the character design done by me like a few years ago before FCP on board.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll give him. Sometimes I'll give him like a solid concept like this, and he will use his he will interpret the concept in his own view. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, yes, this is the new version of Kid Bounce that FCP designed.
Right. That's so cool. There's also a question out, Hancock, for FCP as well. Do you like to draw traditionally with pencil, or what other drawing mediums do you prefer to use?
Oh, if you guys want to use Cantonese, I'm fine, totally fine with it. Just so you guys know.
It's all right. I'm happy with English at the moment. No, I mean, okay, we'll go with Cantonese. Hancock?
Yes, Hancock.
Or maybe someone can ask in Cantonese.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I actually mute myself.
All right.
鉛筆會
會唔會用啲彩色嘅嘢啊，或者oil painting 啊，水彩啊？
呢10幾年都冇試過，
已經係放棄咯。
係通常而家冇啊，都係呢啲咁啊。
so cool.
咁就 sketch 咯，係啊，天向 sketch 多咯，緊係啊啲。
哇，好正！FCP 人哋可以攞，即係對住個鏡頭耐啲啊嘛，俾大家睇耐啲啊。
我驚有啲出得街。
你畫嘅嘢樣都出得街啊，即係過唔過到你自己？
我唔考限制級嗰啲。即係嗱，呢啲就咁嘅嘢。
啊，Anatomy OK。
呢啲啊，
就係要睇呢啲啊嘛。
呢啲啊。
That's what exactly the audience is looking for.
That's what they've been waiting for the whole night.
Yeah, they've been waiting for this.
Putting up with our Cantonese just so that they can actually see the sketchbooks of SCP.
I know.
Yeah.
So it was worth the whole wait for me. Like, oh, okay, right, finally get to see something saucy.
There's another question that comes in.
Right.
Inspiration or any artist that can actually set a direction on style and what they want to do when they just started their career. Yeah. So who will start first? I believe that Santa has actually shown who is actually his favorite artist, and you can actually see that some of his art style is actually resonating. I've forgotten his name, but I know
Inoue
Takehiro.
Yeah, yes.
Right. And how about Alex? How about Zeen?
That's right.
Who will be your inspiration to actually define you a direction for your art style?
I'm actually inspired a lot by Kazuya Terada. From his art style. Is
right.
係我第一次見到佢嘅作品嘅時候， 嗰陣時我仲讀緊書噶嘛，so 我唔知原來話呢啲嘢可以揾錢嘅，就係可以當一份工去做。so 我接觸到呢個行業之後，我就係朋友介紹我俾佢睇介紹一對啦嘅畫嘛。so 我覺得話呢啲嘢又可以係我中意嘅嘢啦，又可以賺錢。so 我就諗住行佢同佢一樣嘅路咯。我想成為好似佢咁樣嘅 artist 咁咯。唔係佢嘅 style 係，我想變成好似佢咁樣嘅 artist 啊。
即係可以畫自己嘅嘢，你可以畫到自己嘅嘢，亦都可以賺到錢。
係，咁 of course 一開始嘅時候，梗係有學佢嘅 art style 啊，佢嘅 design 嗰啲嘢啊。開始嘅時候有啦，之後就慢慢就睇多咗，就 inspired by 好多唔同嘅 artist 咁樣啦。
Okay. So just pause for a while. So maybe I do a quick translation. So for Zeen, his inspiration, I mean, the most influential inspiration will be Kazuya Terada. And what he actually says that when he was young, when he looked at his art, he liked his style, but he didn't know that drawing something that he likes can actually make money, right? So once he has been introduced and educated and got involved with the industry, that's the direction that he's actually heading for. He wants to draw as he pleases, things that he likes to draw, and try to actually make some money out of it.
Okay, that's a long way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, like basically, I mean, surviving out as an artist, and then one of the things about starting out with a career, I mean, it's good to have like some form of motivation from, you know, your idols or your mentors and stuff like that. But it's all at the end of the day the same thing. Like, you know, just go for it because you are an artist yourself. You're out there to introduce your style, not to be too heavily influenced by another person's style. So it's good to have your own unique individuality when you're starting out your career, because that's what people gonna go for. They're gonna remember you when you start out. Right.
The next one, maybe we can pick Alex before he actually get knocked out from his cough medicine. Maybe who will be your inspiration?
I'll say couples of there will be a couple of them. Hayao Miyazaki, definitely one.
Yes.
Miyazaki, yes. And I believe his name is, let me check. I don't want to pronounce him wrong.
Okay, no worries.
Kazuhiro Otomo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You share the same interest as our host here. She loves him.
The next one, he's actually not the not an artist, but I believe everyone knows him. He's Hideo Kojima.
Yes. Right.
The spirit that like the spirit from him that he worked on his projects is just a phenomenon. Like you can see how much efforts and time he put into his works, and that really inspired me. Want to be someone like him. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And besides that, usually I get inspiration from live observation, animation, movies and toy. Oh, definitely books, of course. Yeah. Especially we are working on comics now, that we need to read lots of books to get ideas.
Right. So this actually comes to slightly different topic, right? So when you're actually creating, as you are right now, you need to actually do the world building. You need to define the characters. How much you can learn from others, but you wouldn't want to copy others, right? So how do you actually distinct these two when you're actually doing creation?
I'll get some references from internet. Sometimes I go to library to borrow books. Try to get stuff besides, for example, like we are working on comics, but I don't just read comics like from artists. I don't just go online and looking at art from other artists from the same field. Sometimes I'll go read books from actual graphic designers or fine art, like fields that's not belong. That's where I don't belong, to get inspiration. So that way I can get some. I'll say sometimes I'll get some. Different perspective of looking at things and style.
Or inspiration.
Inspiration,
yes. Sorry, Puppeteer and Heumann, who's your inspiration?
I love how they look at each other.
謝拉德咯，一定係謝拉德。
Katsuya Terada as well。
都佢係俾我知道有 digital art 嘅咯，即係佢係影響我開始嘅，因為之前我都係手畫嘅，acrylic 嗰啲嘅，都因為好麻煩。我睇到唔係咁好，所以我睇到佢俾我知道有 digital art，我就即刻去試咁樣，我就開始咗 digital art。如果講係 art direction 咁樣，佢絕對有影響啊嗰個時期。但係我覺得係點 art direction， 你自己嘅 art direction 係好厲害乜嘢都以前可能會俾人影響啦，即係因為你睇人好正常睇到靚嘅嘢，佢就會俾佢吸引到你，就開始你會俾佢影響，真係會俾影響。到咁上下嘅話，當你知道你愛乜嘢嘅話，你就會就好似我咁啊！我係而家我係盡量想做到係即係好真實，但係又好睇 balance 啦，自己 balance， 即係佢係例如係做啲科幻啊或者係乜嘢想全部嘅嘢，但係我嘅高係即係畫到係比較立體啊、寫實啊，咁呢個就係我繼續去摸嘅，即係呢個 direction 我自己都目前會受即係就可能會轉咗去俾會睇啲方向嘅 artist， 類似係比較寫實㗎，好似飄啊嗰啲，因為佢開展中嘛，都佢又做得到好真實，佢啲拉丁佢啲顏色好準嗰啲，呢個就係我想做到嘅效果。我嘅 concept 可以做到咁樣，我就好開心。即係 artist， 即係你要知道你愛乜嘢，唔係話而家興乜嘢咯。
Okay, so I'll do a quick translation.
Translation. I think he said a lot, you know.
Yeah, he said a lot, but I'll try to actually just do a sort of a summary. Yeah. Okay. So what he's saying is that who inspired him? Definitely Tetsuya Karada. That's one artist that actually influenced most of the people in this. I mean, most of the guests here. But he also mentioned that when you actually talk about art direction, you need to know what you personally, what is your art goal, what do you want to do, because you can actually seek inspiration from the artist, but also you need to actually find your own path. And I think Puppeteer actually mentioned that right now what he wants to do is to draw a more realistic presentation of a figure. He wants to actually make sure that the anatomy is actually accurate. So he's actually moving to that direction. And his advice is that most importantly, yes, you can actually get inspiration from some top artists or top creator, but you don't need to actually follow exactly what they're doing. It's more important for you to actually find your own path. I think so, right? That's what's translated. I did not add anything, right? 我加嘢冇啊？冇講嘅，或者你都冇聽。
係啊，70分啦。
OK 啊，pass 咗啦，70分 pass 咗。
仲有佢有講唔愛而家興咩就畫咩係啦。
So what he also says is that do not follow the current trend. I mean, it's not necessary for you to actually follow your current trend to influence your art direction, because that doesn't mean that what is actually on trend right now will be trendy in future.
Okay.
Oh,
I think that's an interesting perspective in a way, because like a lot of the times for younger artists, it's always for them to think like, oh, I have to go what's in trend so that I'll get spotted. And at the end of the day, it's about what you really want to do. Like, are you there to be really an artist, or are you there just to be famous for likes and, and that's about it. So it's up to them as well to decide what kind of artist you really want to be. So yeah, that's one of the things that I like to add on. Okay, so let's go. Hoi Man.
Yeah. Yeah. We're actually one by one taking answers. So your turn.
Okay.
So you better speak in English so that I don't need to translate.
Go easy on Hancock. He's had a long day.
Okay. For me, I think definitely all the inspiration that everyone mentioned, I'm definitely a big fan of as well, like Terada, Inoue, Otomo. It's all the usual suspects, like Frazetta, Captain, even like Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball. I remember copying a lot of Dragon Ball when I was younger.
Right.
Yeah, like you just can't help but when you're a kid and when you're exposed to all that kind of stuff, you just had to let it go. So what you see, you just like copy and just express it, right?
Right.
So it's all the usual stuff, like. So I don't have any special names to drop. But as far as like your style or art direction goes, I think at the end of the day, it's just a personal voice or characteristic of your visual. It's
true.
As much as you want to copy and all that, over the years, as you work and draw and paint more, you will really find what you like and what you don't like as much, and then you will start to mix things around here and there. I have that experience. I'm not sure if I can speak for everyone else. And because I work in like the video game industry, I do a lot of concept design. I don't know, like I have a huge interest in a lot of different stuff. So that goes for artists as well. I remember like seeing Ashley Wood when I was younger. I'm definitely a big fan of Ashley Wood, Phil Hale, Rick Barry, all these guys, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
You can tell.
Okay.
One thing that's cool here, you can tell when the 90s kids get together, they're all like when the names all resonate. It's like, oh yeah, Katsuhiro Otomo.
Probably 80 kids.
Yep. All right, then. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, but is there a
FCP?
next one? SCP.
Yeah.
SCP
係
其實頭先嗰個問題咧，即係其實係問係有邊一個 artist 係有影響到你嘅風格，同埋你自己而家嘅嗰個 art direction。
細個通常都係 Dragon Ball 嘅
，Akira Toriyama，
我都係就沙村啦，
沙村咯，
沙村之前係更加嘅，
沙村係你徒弟嚟㗎。
點解嚟㗎？我沙村
係啦，Hunter 啦。
沙村我歌頭都冇咁正，嗰陣時睇緊係，你而家睇翻佢我都嚟嘅，好睇啦。
Okay, so just pause for a while. So they were talking about, I mean, SCP is actually saying that he has a few influences. First will be Akira Toriyama, so everyone knows that. The second artist is actually this guy, Hiroaki Samura, I believe. The guy that's actually famous for Blade of the Immortal. So he's actually a huge fan, and I think Santa said something like, "Oh, actually, Hiroaki Samura is actually the apprentice of SCP." But yeah.
I actually knew about this through Netflix before I even knew that it was adapted into a manga. So that's how I found out about Blade of the Immortal.
咁而家咧，因為沙村都好似冇咩新作品。
有，不過其實都唔會俾佢影響太大。而家其實我反而中意啲人派嘢。
咩嘅？
咩啊？呢啲啊？
哦，
呢種嘢咯，佢比較。
Oh, good stuff.
Man, I'm dying to go through his collection, man.
One day. You can go to Hong Kong to visit him.
Yes, and take fun.
Okay. I mean, so yeah, I think that we have all the guests here giving the answer from Sun Hamano. Yeah, I think this is already 1 hour and 55 minutes into the session, and I think we tortured Billie enough with our Cantonese, right? And also the audience.
Audience for translating me for me.
多謝晒大家，即係今晚抽出啲時間嚟同我哋即係呢個 show 啦。如果有
辛苦你辛苦晒，
我搞掂咗我哋可以。多謝大家嘅時間。希望如果都係當個 Covid 嘅情況比較好啲啦，都係可以一齊飲茶飲酒啦。FCP 都可以飛嚟馬來西亞啦。
哇，好啊
！Alex Fang 嘅 Alex， 你都 you're welcome to actually come to Malaysia. We can.
Yeah, actually, I'm from my father.
Oh yes, you actually mentioned that from Penang, right? He's actually Malaysian.
Yeah, my father is Malaysian.
Oh.
Yeah. So actually, I'm a Malaysian as well.
Do you hold a Malaysian passport or you?
Yeah, I do have a Malaysian passport.
Right. Okay. So, well, just welcome home, guys. Welcome home. When you're actually back in town, just let us know. We'll try to actually meet up and things all clear up. So, anything else? Anything else?
多謝晒。
多謝晒，多謝大家。 Thank
That's
you.
as far as I can go. Thank you so much to everyone who joined in, to the artists especially for entertaining by terrible Cantonese as well.
The
And
audience as well.
thank you so much to the audience for translating for me actually, and also to all our non-Cantonese speaking friends. If you are interested in looking out for their work, we have shared the social media links in Play Exhibition's social media, so you can check it out there. And then we have a cat debut here. We have Mao. Does he have a name?
有名冇啊？呢隻貓
Puma
叫咩
Puma
？Puma 好
Puma 跑
All right, so there you go. We got a bit of kitty porn for tonight.
What?
Okay, all right. And so yeah, thank you. We hope to see you guys in the next round for tomorrow. And again, have a good night to all of you as well. Have a good rest to all the artists here, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
你請啦，冇你事啦，而家。